So, hey guys, today we're looking at one of the cards I think that have a lot of potential. So, today we're looking at Nightmare Apprentice. So, Nightmare Apprentice has the effect where you can just special summon this card from your hand by discarding one of any card. So, it's not a monster or anything, which is kind of nice. And even if we don't use the other effect, it's pretty nice being able to just special summon a level 6 guy. Of course, you can imagine what we might make with just a two level 6 guys, right? We can make Beatrice. So this card probably has some kind of application. So we're going to just be doing some theorizing today. So yeah, if this card is normal or special summoned, uh, doesn't have to be by its own effect. You can add one illusion monster from your deck to your hand except for Nightmare Apprentice, and you can only use this effect of Nightmare Apprentice once per turn. And we can only special summon Nightmare Apprentice once per turn this way. And also, Nightmare Apprentice just can't be destroyed by battle because it's an illusion monster, and every illusion effect monster has this effect where it cannot destroy a monster by battle, and it can also not be destroyed by battle as well. So in terms of Nightmare Apprentice being cracked, like it's kind of like just cracked if you read the effect. But the primary thing that, well, this comes down to, I guess, is well, what targets do we have for Nightmare Apprentice? So right now, this is every single illusion monster in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh. So I guess, yeah, simply put, there are not many good illusion monsters. So we have Goyle, the Steel Seismic Smasher. You can only use each of the following effects of Goyle, the Steel Seismic Smasher, once per turn. After damage calculation, if your machine or illusion monster battled, you can target one of your monsters that is banished or in your graveyard, special summon it. If this card is banished from the field, you can special summon it. So that is to say, how do you, step 1, get this guy onto the field? Step 2, this happens if your machine or illusion monster battle and it only works once. But I guess that's still kind of useful, and it can technically target Golgoyle, the Steel Seismic Smasher, so you can kind of set up a loop, I suppose, which could be annoying. So that's a thing, if nothing else. And then we have like UFO Light, Emissary, Master Tao the Chanter, and essentially the majority of these guys just suck ass. So we'll just look at the only two that I think are really good. Well, three, I guess. So we have Master Tao the Chanter. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one illusion monster in your graveyard, except for Master Tao the Chanter. Special summon it in defense position. Also, you cannot special summon from the graveyard for the rest of this turn, except for illusion monsters. So the condition here is pretty hefty, where it locks you into illusion monsters, but only if you want to special summon from the graveyard. So this effect, honestly, still good. We just don't special summon from the graveyard anymore, so there's potential in adding this. We can use this to bring back Nightmare Apprentice if necessary, and we would still be able to make like a Beatrice, right? So that this would be a really weird line, but Nightmare Apprentice, pitch Nightmare Apprentice, add Tao the Chanter. Tao the Chanter gets sent to the graveyard somehow, some way. Then we can special summon back Nightmare Apprentice. Nightmare Apprentice plus Nightmare Apprentice makes Beatrice. And then whatever combo we do, it just has to not special summon from the graveyard after the point where Tao gets sent to the graveyard. So that's not that bad. And then we have Quaddle and Mirror Sword Knight. So Mirror Sword Knight has the effect to special summon one monster from your deck that mentions Chimera Fusion, except for Mirror Sword Knight. And then Quaddle has the effect to add one monster that mentions Chimera Fusion from your deck to your hand, except for itself. And this is also a targeting negate, and this one is a monster negate specifically on the field. But only while you control Chimera the Flying Mythical Beast, which all of the fusions count as technically. So we can technically go like Nightmare Apprentice, pitch any card in your hand, add Quaddle, Quaddle adds Mirror Sword Knight. We can do this play. And then we can do Mirror Sword Knight effect to special summon a guy. So we probably will not be special summoning Big Wing Berthomet, because Big Wing Berthomet specifically will lock us out of special summoning from the extra deck, except for fusion monsters for the rest of the turn. And Chimera Fusion doesn't have this restriction, none of the other guys have this restriction, so pretty logical that what we could do is, if we have a way to either special summon Mirror Sword Knight, or perhaps special summon, well, a Gazelle or something, or no, we can potentially even normal summon this if our combo starters are able to be just special summoned, I guess. Some kind of special summon combo. Then this might be more so worth doing. But at this point in time, let's assume we use our normal summon for this. So we normal summon Mirror Sword Knight, we special summon Gazelle effect to add Chimera Fusion, then we can make a few targets here with the Chimera Fusion. So we have Magnum the Reliever, which isn't like that insane or anything in my opinion. We have the option of making Guardian Chimera next turn, I guess, which is kind of nice. We have the option of making any of the fusion guys here, I guess. So we have Chimera, the king of Phantom Beasts. So this guy, what this guy does is it sends one random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard during the phase of the turn. So this is a hand rip. But noticeably, this is also a level 6 monster. So all we need to summon specifically Chimera, the king of Phantom Beasts, is we need a beast monster plus 1 fiend monster. So this is an illusion. That's an illusion. That's an illusion. This is also a beast. So off of just this one card, we wouldn't be able to do that. We have Berthomet, the mythical king of Phantom Beasts, which is also a level 6. This has the effect of, if this card is fusion zone, you can send one beast, fiend, or illusion monster from your deck to the graveyard. So we could do this one. And this requires just 2 monsters with different types among beast, fiend, or illusion. So we can go beast, illusion, and then we can summon Berthomet here to send Master Tao the Chanter. And then Master Tao the Chanter can bring back our Nightmare Apprentice, and that this is just one way to just get into Beatrice, I guess. So Beatrice enables like a lot of dumb things, but just one thing we could do is we had Foolish Burial, Ghost meets Girl, and also roll back, and then boom, we have that combo, you know, we have that option. And that probably enables some things, right? Surely. So let's see. Beatrice, so we could do this combo, and then wrong guy. Berthomet also has another effect, doesn't it? On the field or in the graveyard, you can only use following effects. During your opponent's turn, effect, you banish this card from your graveyard, then target one of your banished beasts, fiend, or illusion monsters, except for Berthomet, the mythical king of Phantom Beasts, special summon it. So what we can do next turn is we can special summon Nightmare Apprentice on our opponent's turn, and then we can add another one of these guys, and then we can Chimera Fusion again, because we can reset the Chimera Fusion. So we can add this back to our hand and then set this, and then we can special summon another guy. So here, let's see, 2 with different beast monster plus 1 fiend monster. That doesn't work. Chimera the flying mythical beast plus 1 illusion monsters. Can we do this? No. Let's see what this specifically needs. Chimera the flying mythical beast. So this needs something different, but this only adds illusions, right? Alright. So this is a fairy, so it doesn't quite work. But I suppose we can make a Guardian Chimera, although the Mirror Sword Knight and Cornfield Quaddle will not be able to activate. It's still going to be something, I guess. So I guess what we can do here is bring back Nightmare Apprentice, and then we have Beatrice, Nightmare Apprentice, plus 1 card in hand. to make Guardian Chimera with afterwards, we'll at least have that, which I guess is something. If we have one monster of an additional type, we'd be able to make either the second Baphomet or maybe like Chimera the King of Phantom Beasts. Potentially, depending on what we have exactly. So, in my opinion, not bad, considering this is literally just the one card combo, starting with Nightmare Apprentice, discarding a card. So, it seems pretty solid, I suppose. And it doesn't lock you into anything, so that's probably the best thing I can think of, like, that we can do with Nightmare Apprentice for the time being, because in terms of illusion monsters, these two are probably the best ones to add, aside from, like, Tao the Chanter. So not a whole lot we can do here, but just being able to make a Beatrice off of one card in hand is pretty nasty. So one way we can, like, utilize this, I guess, for the time being, we could do, like, Orchest. So unfortunately, these guys are machines, but the discard effect on Nightmare Apprentice, we can discard, like, a Heart Horror, and after we set up the Beatrice and grab back the Chimera Fusion, we can just go off, I guess, with our Orchest cards, I guess, and then bring out, like, a DPU or something. I don't know. Would we ever put a Beast, Fiend, or Illusion or something onto the field? I guess if we put a Fiend or a Beast, that's what we're mostly looking for. This one requires both Fiend and Beast, which is a little bit rough. What Fiends do you even play in this deck? Are there any Fiends here, even? Are any of these guys Fiends? Baphomet is a Fiend. So I guess we could technically use Baphomet to summon the Chimera. But if we play, like, Fiends, like maybe we play this with Unchained or Yubel or something, we'll have the Fiends for Chimera the King of Phantom Beasts, and then we can, like, kind of shuffle back those Yubel cards later to make Phantom of Yubel, and also have, like, a Beatrice. That's, like, an idea, I guess. But yeah, this Seer would take up our normal summon, like, what, like these guys, right? So a bit awkward there, but I'm sure there's still some usage for this. Maybe not as a one card, but more like if we're looking in two card territory, that's probably where this will really start to go off. Speaking of which, I guess we could technically do this in a Punk combo where we can summon this with Ancient Fairy Dragon, so anything that makes Ancient Fairy Dragon can also technically somewhat abuse this. Beatrice plus Punk, that sounds like a recipe for disaster. Well, yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video, I guess, where, well, we probably won't be cooking this hard, surely. But yeah, this card pretty strong, and it's only going to get stronger as more illusion monsters get released. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Bye.